Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Shamkra. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Good to see your name. Good to read your comments. I hope you're doing well today. I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody who's here, everybody in the future who will watch this later. All beings. I hope all beings are doing well. Yes, so we're going to continue on from the stuff we've been working on the past few weeks with this track. I just wanted to mention a couple of things. I do have my course now available on Udemy for anyone who's interested in composition and theory. The link is available in the description. I've got a Discord as well if you want to chat music with me. That link is down there too. Otherwise, I also am doing a second stream now each week, in case you didn't know. That's on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, which actually has changed an hour today, in case anyone was unaware or came at the wrong time or whatever. Yes, so that's all that's going on in my world. I'm trying to get a streaming schedule thing set up that's better than my current system. It kind of sucks right now, so sorry about that. Okay, time to get into it. Yes, so this track we've been working on for a couple of weeks. What is this, the 6th week, something like that? It's a kind of, I don't know, something, sort of soundtracky sort of thing. I quite like it. And yeah, we're just going to listen through it just to get the vibe, and then I'm going to continue on from there and just see where we get to. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Please say hello. I've pinned a message in the chat. That's the first time I've actually been able to do that. It's a new feature for me that kind of tells you to say hello and where you're viewing from. I love to chat with people, so yeah, please let me know. Speaking of which, the Neil the Hobo. Hello all. I've been watching and lurking for weeks now. Finally on the start of the stream, so hello. Thank you, Max. The streams have been superb. Oh, wow, that's so nice. Neil, thank you. Wonderful to hear. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you just want to chat about literally anything. I'm more than happy to. And I'm glad you've been enjoying it. Okay, so let's get into it. Great. Here we go. I'm going to play it from the top. Make sure that everything is good. Please let me know if the volume of the music is good. Please let me know if anything in the stream you think could be improved, if my audio quality is not great, or like anything. If you think sometimes I think I'm clipping. For some reason, even though I've got a limiter on my voice, it still ends up that I clip sometimes. And if the volume balance between the music and my voice is off, please let me know. I'm happy to make it the best it can possibly be. So here we go. Wait, one comment from Shamkra. I finally went on board the Serum train. I just spent a few hours listening to Steve Duda. Oh, yeah. Wow. Anyone who's got Serum, or doesn't, even if you don't have Serum, go listen to Steve Duda. He's the guy that made Serum. He's actually super genius, amazing, basically coded the entire synth himself. He's also a fantastic guy to listen to. Very interesting story, interesting connections in the music industry. It's, yeah, very cool. So check him out. Here we go. Okay, I'm getting tons of clicks and pops, probably because my, I'm down at 128 for the stream. We're going to go like pretty beastly. I still get clicks and pops with all this stuff going on. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Shamkra. Don't you just love the little spaceship noises? I love listening to that little thing. Should make an album, music for spaceships. It's just like for the future when we're all chilling in space on our like flying saucers, we could just listen to it. That would be actually a great album. I would buy that in a heartbeat. That's great to hear. I appreciate that. And welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Where are you from, Preston? Germany based on your last name too, set up my template yesterday. Appreciate you. That's so nice, Bill. Thank you. If anybody didn't know, Bill Murray's on my stream for a few weeks now. Maybe all the time. I don't know. I've known about him for a few weeks. Bill Murray, the real Bill Murray. I'm sure it's the real one, right? Such a genuine, sweet person. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, I do have a template video just up now about making templates. It's for Studio One, but it can apply to any DAW. And I put a lot of thought into it, so hopefully it's very useful for you. It's been, is the right picture he has to be. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too, the right name, right picture. It's not a verified account, but maybe Bill doesn't verify his account. That's fine. Yeah, so the template video has been doing quite well, actually, much better than most of my videos ever do. So if you haven't seen it yet, you may want to check it out because templates, of course, are the shit. It's the best way to go. Yeah. I love it, except this track has no template and it's a complete mess, complete disaster. Please do not judge me based on this track, or judge me all you like. That's actually fine. But do watch the template video. It's pretty cool. And I made it because my previous template had broken down. And broken down, what does that mean? It's just not working for some reason. I don't even know why. A bunch of stuff stopped working in it. So I made a new one, made a video with it, and this was done right before that video. So it's kind of a mess, but c'est la vie. It's a farmer's breakfast, this track. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay. So I quite like the groove. I made the melody last time, and I remember thinking, I'm going to double check on this next week and see what I think. I do like it. Do I like it exactly as it is? Maybe not, but but I do like it, and maybe with a couple little tweaks, it could work. Let's just listen to this groove once more. The groove is pretty good, though. I do like the vibe. It gets my head bobbing right away, and for me, that's a win. We're gonna deal with the melody here a little bit, and I have a few ideas I want to try. One is a kind of secondary lead, or potentially, did we make this lead from scratch last time? Yeah. Okay. So what we could do is program in a way to easily modify the sound of this lead quite drastically so that it can change its timbre between different areas of the melody, almost like it's two different instruments playing the melody. I don't know if we're going to be successful there, but we will try. And how we're going to do that is we'll start by attaching a macro to the wavetable position of oscillator A, and let's just turn this up and see what it does. By the way, if you guys enjoy the stream or the music, please consider leaving the video a like or subscribing to the channel. It's very helpful, as you know, in the way that YouTube does everything. And so I appreciate that. It's the easiest way to support the channel if you have not done that already. By the channel, I mean me. I'm the channel. Hey, there we go. It's already. Whoa, that's actually pretty sick. Oh, because this is moving like whole different. Ah, yeah, right. It's just going to change entirely different. Wow, it gets so much louder. Oh, that's a nice sound, hey? Let's take that, and while the macro goes up, we will also automate the volume of this down so that it stays kind of matched. Let's see if we can make that happen. Okay, here's a trick. What we're going to do is come into the editor for this wavetable. And all I'm interested in, actually, is this wave, the triangle wave, and then this, I think it's a 75% square. Let's just double check. Can I just click this? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is delete the other waves in here. So now I only have the triangle, and then I have this kind of pushed over square. And we're going to morph between them. First, though, okay, so it even moves the automation for me, the modulation. That's actually really cool. Okay, so we're going to come back in, and it's been some time since I've done this, so let's make sure I remember. We're going to go morph spectral. And let's see, did that actually... Check that out, hey? Now it morphs between the triangle, initial triangle, and the square in a smooth way. And so if we just turn this macro knob so it goes the full amount, now we'll control the volume just a little bit. like the sound of that. This plucky thing is not very cool, so we should probably, I mean, it's okay, but we should probably change that at some point. And then maybe also with this macro, we can bring up the volume of oscillator 2, perhaps. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And perhaps we'll also, let's see. This is oscillator 2 right now. It's an octave higher. And let's try this. I'm going to bring this up to 7. And I'm going to have the macro also increase the detune. And a bit less volume. So sound number 1. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so from there, let's just try and, oh, one sec. We need to set this to be a MIDI CC. We're going to call this morph. And we're going to say MIDI learn. And if I can even reach something here. Okay. And then I'm going to record this. Oops, which one was this? Okay, I'm just going to quickly. Okay, so what I did there was set that macro to be controlled by a slider on my keyboard, which is basically just a way for me to assign a MIDI CC to it. And then from there, what we're going to do is, that means I can basically automate that parameter inside the MIDI track instead of having to do it in some kind of like separate automation lane. So over here it says Control 14, and you can see all this crazy shit I just did there. So if we just, can I rename this? Can I not rename this? No, I must be able to, right? No. Someone know? Can you rename these things? That would actually be like way better. I guess not. Okay, well, whatever. So I'm going to start this at, I just did that movement just to like get this controller in here. And my plan is I'm going to take this last chunk and do that. So let's see what that's like. The difference is too strong right now, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let's see, how can we make this a bit better? Perhaps it needs to fade in over time. That's kind of cool. Right, okay. Maybe we'll do the same thing here. Maybe that's a bit predictable, I'm not sure, but whatever. Let's try it. Okay, it's getting there. We're gonna have to revisit that and see. I say just do it once, but whatever you like. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna leave it for now and just see. I want to try something else first, and then it's gonna tell me if I can even keep them in there, which is I'm gonna have a second instrument come in and play those notes as well, and that might solve the whole problem, perhaps not. Oh yeah, we've got this crazy sound. We've got this. This is probably a bit too twinkly. Yeah. No. Okay, let's see. It's actually kind of cool with the little dingles on there. It's very subtle, but it's kind of a nice subtle, I think. This lick is going to be changed the second time. For now, I'm just going to leave it as is. And then, you know me, we're going to have to harmonize it. Maybe not like right away, but at some point this whole thing is going to be like harmonized. Okay, let's just get a feel for things here. Okay, so yeah, I'm in agreement that we should not have it go every time. What do you think? Should it be just the first time or just the second time for the little changing of the waveform thing? Let's try just the second time and see, maybe. Opinions on that? Just the first time, just the second time? Anyone that knows me or has talked to me about music stuff before knows that I'm kind of obsessed with melodic minor and harmonic minor, maybe not harmonic minor so much, but melodic minor like mad. Every chance I have to play something, you like it 2 times, that's great, okay. Every time I play something, every time I write something, I'm trying to put melodic minor in there because I don't know, it just somehow matches an internal feeling I have about life. I just love it. Melodic minor, if you don't know, is like a minor scale where the upper half is like a major scale. Sounds like this. What key are we in with this track anyway? I don't remember. Oh, it's A, right, of course. So melodic minor in A would be... those top notes like that, it's like from a major scale. I just love that stuff. Whew. So we snuck it in there at the end. Also, I wonder about, should we delay this melody coming in even one more repetition because the piano kind of comes in first? And I noticed that my ear wanted to hear it because we have this little intro lick. That little thing. Ian, yo, what's up? Good to have you here. Yes, melodic minor. Mind-blowing. Yeah, so we're going to duplicate this whole section. We're going to dupe it. Every chance I get to say dupe it, I say it, so sorry. If you haven't been here for previous streams, that might fall on deaf ears while I'm saying dupe, but dupe, we're going to dupe it up. Okay, so we duped it. And then I'm going to delay or I'm just going to mute the melody for the first time because, yeah, I like maybe the piano will be nice to listen to one time. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's come in from here. I'm still like just on cloud 9 about this transition. It's just where it's at for me. Let's just get the... Don't say duplicate anymore. We'll just get this vibe in a little bit just so we can feel the triplet thing. Skip ahead. Sorry, here we go. Just those little tick-ticks, they just get me going. As soon as I hear it, I feel like, oh shit, we're gonna do it now. Yeah, better like that. Letting the melody be delayed, another one. Oh, I forgot to take the bells out. Yes, it's not perfect yet, but it's not far off. It's getting there. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I like it too, if that's what you mean. Okay, so what can we do here? We're gonna drop something out for this time coming in here. Like the drums are gonna take a pause for a sec. Yeah, it's cliche, I know, but I like it. How much needs to be dropped out, I don't know yet. And the bass, hey, needs to be dropped too. The bass, yes, there it is. Okay, let's drop this. Let's just drop a bunch of it out and see how much we actually need. Something like that's gonna work. Kind of cool with those two kicks like that, maybe. Where's the clap coming from? Do we have a, oh, it's up here. Up here. Oh no, it's not there, it's here. Okay, this is like some surgery here. Let's just... What if we remove all of this? And this. Maybe these two? I had an insight yesterday about something in music. What was that? It was like, had to do with this sort of thing. Oh yeah, I was watching, this is gonna sound totally random. I was watching a trailer for a game, and a big part of my thinking about music and artistic creation altogether has to do with contrast, with the creation of, what was that noise? With the creation of expectation and breaking expectation, of course. Who doesn't know that? That's the way it works, right? But they had this thing in the trailer that was just, it's so stupid, it's so mundane. But anyway, it was like a Spider-Man game or something. And Spider-Man got like grabbed, and he jumps off, the enemy jumps off a building with him, and they're falling into the floor. And you can see the floor coming, and you think they're just gonna smack on the floor and make a big hole. But they smack the floor, and then the floor explodes, and they fall through the floor. And it immediately gave me a sense of, and it kind of made me laugh because of that feeling. Like, I subconsciously knew what was gonna happen. I thought I knew, I could see the floor, I could see them falling, and then they don't, they go through the floor. And that made me realize something about music too, which comes all the time about this creation of expectation. And in so many genres now, this thing happens, right? Where drums get dropped out when the start of a new repetition comes, just like I'm doing here. And then maybe a drum fill happens or a bass fill happens, like I'm probably planning to do. Like as an example, coming in here, and we expect the drum, and we don't get it, and it comes back, right? Like that's the thing that everybody's using, because why not? It sounds sick, and it's the same sort of idea. We create many repetitions where you get the expectation, you give everything saying you're going to get it again, you take it away, but then you give it back as soon as they're in that like stupor, right? Of like, whoa, where are we now? And then like it comes back. So that's the thing. It's a really nice break in this song. I think so too. I think it feels great right there. And so I'm probably not going to do what I am intending, what my insight was in this song, but maybe another song will try it, which is you take like a build up, as they do in electronic music, right? This, of course, maybe if you know any kind of EDM stuff, you know that every track has some mad build up into a drop. And then you even give the first kick. So everything is getting satisfied. The build up, the whole deal, right? And then you even get the first kick, but you miss the snare. And then you give the snare later, but you give like multiple of them in some weird way. So as soon as you get the kick, everyone's thinking, hey, okay, they're not doing the drums are gone thing. Like, here's the drum, I can hear it, we're in there, you know? And then as soon as they're bobbing their head to get that next snare, because as soon as I hear that kick, I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is it. Here comes the snare. Oh, snare's not there. And right in that feeling of, I missed the thing, you give 2 or 3 to fill that void, and it shock them back into the beat again and then go through. That's something I'd like to try. I'm not going to try it here, but like, I think we're going to get there. So let's see how long we need to drop this stuff out for. I think like a while, hey? That would actually be pretty cool if it was dropped out for a while. I have so many drums in here. I need to like really think about what I'm going to do. Okay, so. And let's get the bass out like for a long time. In fact, I'm just going to mute the bass altogether right now and see. And then we'll drop these out again. Just keeping some like real sparse hits in there. These need to go. Potentially could come in there, or should I wait a whole repetition? Should we come in like, on the second half of this, or should we really space it out? Right there, maybe? Or wait the whole way with the like melodic minor lick at the end. Yeah, I will do some kind of fill for sure. I just need to know, am I going to put the fill here, or am I going to put the fill here? Let's try option number 1 first. So perhaps this bass little run down here. But maybe we should change it. Ah, the bass is going to play the run. It's going to need some like real manipulation to make this work well, but let's see if we can do it. The bass sound is so staccato that we're going to probably have to change it. Yeah, I was wondering if that noise was coming through. I have my notifications turned off, but it like still does it for some reason. Still plays the sound. So let's see. I'm just going to mute. Tell me if you hear it again. No, it's not on my phone. That's just there's a buzz, but it's not like a noise. Unless that's what you mean, just the buzz. Yeah, the ding is from the computer. It's coming from, because I'm routing my whole audio output into the stream over again, so I can get the sounds from my DAW, it routes that audio too, and that's why we were hearing it, but I should have just muted it now. Okay, so let's see if, what can we do here? To get this exact, I'm actually just going to copy the one from the melody, which is this, and is this going to copy the whatever as well? I don't know that it is. The pitch bend? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's copy that. And let's come back to the bass. If I just paste this, that's kind of cool too. An octave up like that, maybe down. I see, so yeah, the pitch bend doesn't quite work with this sound. And perhaps we need to move into like a legato. How do we do this? How do we do this? We're gonna get rid of you. And okay, so let's do that, and then let's put it in, let's put all of them touching each other. Ooh, the bass is touching itself. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to patch as polyphonic to avoid clicks. I see, so I've already thought of this. How can we do this better? Okay, let's make a macro that puts the sustain up. Oh my goodness. Ooh, it actually sounded sick. Oh my god. When it comes down low like that, that was pretty cool. The other thing's way too loud, but... Whoa, that's kind of cool. This is a complicated little problem to solve here. Okay, so it's too much right now. It's got a lot of high end in the bass when it does the run, which is not what I want. We need to have this be less. it's almost like that. It's close to working. Let's just try to program this in, and we're going to set this to be a MIDI CC as well. We'll just grab one. Okay, that's all we need. Let's come in here and general purpose. Okay. So for just this little section, we're going to turn this up. But now my bass patch is ruined. Ruined. Okay. Why? Why is it ruined? Because I'm in... I see, I can hear the clicks now. That's why I put it in polyphonic mode before, so I could avoid that. Interesting. Okay. Gosh, okay. How do we deal with this? Could be like that. It's pretty obnoxious though. I need this music louder in my headphones so I can vibe even harder. Sometimes you have to vibe harder in order to know what to do. That's what I've learned. I guess not terrible, but it's also not the sickest thing that's ever been done, which, if it's not, then why are we even doing it? Okay. I think I'm just going to leave it like that for now, and then I will know in the future. Future Max is a really, really smart guy, and he always knows what to do. So if I just leave it for him to deal with, the problem will get solved. Okay, let's get some perspective, and then we'll decide what to do. Welcome to anyone new here on the stream. If you're just checking it out, please say hello. Happy to chat with you. Need a little sound that's going to come here. Yep. Okay, so let's take another repetition. We need this, and we need this, and this, and this. This. Okay, and this. Okay, so now we've got, there we go. Now we've got this is the regular loop now, right? Okay, we need this too. Okay, And before I forget, check this out. Someone in the Discord posted this thing that you can do, like a little GitHub project that you can install for Studio One, where it takes the ability of a touch screen to move around in any direction. And all you do is you click in the middle mouse button. This is Windows only, sadly. You click in the middle mouse button, and now I can move it. Okay, well, I need to zoom in so it actually makes sense. I can move it in any direction, like a touch screen. I just like literally grab, and then I can just pull up and down. It works in the MIDI edit window too. Like, isn't that just so cool? And then when you're done, you just let go of the middle mouse button and it's over. So that's actually awesome. It's the drain. I can't say that very well. I gotta learn that one. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try harmonizing this. Same sound, perhaps, different sound. I don't know. We're gonna start with the same sound. Let's go. We're gonna dupe it, dupe complete, and then we're gonna get this junk out of here. Gotta love Studio One. Yeah, man, it's just the best. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna harmonize. Can't you use the drum interval bar after the break some nice high toms? Yeah, actually I was thinking about that same thing, actually, Shamcross. Thank you. I will get there. I'm on my harmonizing train right now, but I am gonna get to the drum fill train in a moment. Blech, so loud. Okay, so the question is, should the harmony be higher or lower? Both will work. Generally speaking, if you're going to harmonize from the beginning, meaning the melody is harmonized from the first time you hear it, it's best to harmonize lower, just because our ear will take the top note in any harmony as being the melody, essentially. So if you harmonize above it, the melody will become obscured, and you'll just hear the harmony as a melody. Maybe that's cool, maybe it's not. So usually if I'm going to harmonize something from the first time it appears, it's from below. We've already established the melody once, so it is possible to harmonize above without losing the integrity of the initial melody. Also, you can harmonize above if you make it much quieter than the melody. Then, of course, it stands out too. So these are... got a ghost in there, yeah. Ghost fly. These are a little bit... The notes aren't super low, so I could try to put it down. Why don't we try that first and see what we come up with? So... Ooh, this one's got its, like, other sound going on, so maybe that'll actually be pretty cool. Oh, it's probably, yeah, it's baked into it. Yeah, of course, okay. Okay, so I'm going to show both tracks together so I can see what I'm doing. The way, let's try one. I don't often do, like, what would you call that? There's probably some name I can give for it, but anyway, harmonies that are pure fifths and fourths. They have a very specific sound, and you'll recognize the sound once I do it. I'll try one here, and we'll see where basically every note that gets harmonized is either a fifth or a fourth, as opposed to thirds and sixths, or occasional fifth and fourth. I usually like the juicier sixth sound, sixths mixed with fifths. Oh my goodness. But we'll see. It's lining up already decently to do the 50 thing, so maybe we'll just try it. So this is going to be... Or just a question and answer part. Do you mean like the harmony doing an answer to the question, so to speak, of the melody? Is that what you mean? Or are you saying you want to ask a question? Okay, so... Okay, I gotta think here. Yeah, and there is room for a response, and maybe that will happen too. I don't know yet, but I'm assuming your yes means yes, an answer to the melody. I'm just going to play this as is. It's going to sound like garbage. Let's just get the... Okay, it's not going to sound like garbage. Let's just be realistic here. It's not garbage, but it's not the best thing that's ever been done. We're just going to get this last one set up decently, which could be... Answer to the melody, yeah. Okay. Let's just see what this sounds like. So this is like the pure fifths and fourths kind of stuff. Right? Sounds kind of like robotic and almost hollow in a sense. That's the sound of harmonizing in fourths and fifths. It is pretty cool in this vibe for sure. This one is not quite working, but it's not far off. See, when I get that sixth in there, it just makes me say, harmonize all in ninths. I actually like that better. Maybe the second one can be up here. This one's a little on the weird side. Bah, so much to think about here. What's the answer for this one? The answer could be this. Like this, with this only going half as high, perhaps. That's pretty nice. Let's back it up. Just like my dog. We have a little dog named Sprout, who's the sweetest dog in the world. And when she's excited, she backs it up. She just goes click, 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 and walks backwards. Click, 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 click. I'll get a video one day and I'll put it on the channel. I was going to change that last little bit of the melody. Okay, well, whatever. So for now, back to the drum thing. How do we fit these in here? Whoa, check out that sound. Hey. Okay. Let's just use that, obviously. Can't hear them so well, but that's actually kind of cool. We'll let that sit for a second. We need you and you. I think it's you and you over here. No, over here. We also need like a actual noisy, risery sort of situation. Let's just quickly grab something from Lydian Loops. This is a set of Lydian Loops 1 and 2 is a set of loops and samples that I made for Studio One specifically for the Studio One course on my channel. And sometimes it's exactly what I need. I don't know why it's like clicking like that. Oh, probably because it's in 44.1 and I'm in 48. Is that what the deal is? Yeah, maybe. If we just pull this in on, I don't know, some track, and we reverse it, and we output it to the instrument bus so that the kick side chains it, maybe. And then we zoom in and we catch it maybe at its peak like this. Start it here, maybe. It's kind of like, yeah, it sounds a lot like the sound, unfortunately, because it has white noise on it too. It's not terrible. It's okay, let's leave it for now, and then let's also try to grab something else, perhaps. Not those. Let's see, let's see. Oh, look at this, I'm already on the reverses. One of these might work, actually. Kind of a lower pitch thing. Some of them are pretty scary. Kind of like this one though. Let's try it. Let's put you in here. Pump up the volume. Oh my God. Too much volume. Yes, kind of. Whoa, it's like on a, like pitched. I see. What is that pitch even? It's hard to even tell. That's the low note, maybe? Maybe it's a little bit sharp of that. The note that we need oh, there's a lot of options. I don't really know what the best one will be, but let's put it up 8 semitones. Sounds like absolute garbage. You're out of there. That's better. If I can take this and remove the low end from it, we might actually be in business. What business will we be in? It's unclear. A profitable one. So I'm going to use an event effect, so we can enable that down here, and then we can apply an effect just to this specific event, just to remove the low end. How's that sound? That's more like what I'm looking for. And then we can just render that. And there we go. Okay. Yes, sort Sort of. We need like a cymbal hit on that snare. Oh, we have, look at all these. Listen to these hideous cymbals we have to work with. Okay, this one's decent. These ones just, oh my goodness. They're like pitched in a major chord. Tune your cymbals to a major chord. Wow, never even thought about that before. I'm actually going to use battery for this instead. Let's... Oh, am I using addictive drums for everything? Am I even using battery in this track? No. No? Really? I've completely forgotten. I guess so. All right. So let's replace this cymbal with some kind of, I don't know, real-ish. Sorry about this. You're going to have to bear with me just for a moment while I make this happen. I'll try to play them, try to get through it quick. This one's actually pretty nice if we edit it a little bit. If we can cut a bunch of the lows. And perhaps... They don't have a way of like letting you start this sample. Yeah, I don't think that you can start the sample from further into itself rather than right at the beginning. But whatever. Just gonna keep the very top bit of it, and this might not work at all, but we do have to try. It's required. That's the one. I can hardly even hear it. That kick just immediately. I don't know. It's not great. Didn't we have like some kind of crash that I was using like at the start of these sections? No, maybe not. No, that's a different song. What was that? Oh, that was in the Celeste song I was making. Yeah, if you guys don't know, on that second stream that I'm doing, I'm working on remaking a song from a video game called Celeste, which is actually a very beautiful song, and I'm doing it kind of as a study for myself, and I thought it would be a nice stream to try to remake it and work on my production skills and figure out what's going on in the music. So if that's something that interests you, there is a recording of that, and the next one will be happening on Tuesday, 2 days from now. I don't really like it. I'm gonna come back and fix this stuff later. It's not satisfying me right now, but I also don't want to be too nitpicky about it at the moment. So here we could add in a ride cymbal, and we were using a ride cymbal earlier, so I know we've got one. This guy. Oh, it's stopped short, hey? But that's fine. It's pretty disgusting. So rhythmically, what are we thinking? I need a better cymbal. I'm not gonna suffer through this one. Let's take ride 2 and put it onto that's nice. Ooh. Ooh, I say. Get the volume envelope down. That's kind of cool, hey? Real short ride. Even pitch it up. I don't know, maybe. Let's just try this for a second and just see what it sounds like. So the constant pattern is okay. Da, 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 da. I like that one better. Could put some da, 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 da. So a bit of a softer one in there. Maybe not. Maybe on the other ride instead. It's kind of a cool idea. Let's solo it. What are we processing this drum kit through? Because these cymbals are getting like choked out like crazy from a compressor, which is it Saturn? That's well, maybe it is. Yeah. I mean, I dig it. I'm just curious. Just listen to this for a while, hey? One thing I was thinking about doing today is potentially shortly switching up the tune and going back to the chill hoppy sort of song I was working on many weeks ago, because I haven't revisited it in a while, and yeah, I kind of was interested in seeing it. So I'll just try to finish up this little bit and then maybe I'll go check that out. Like the ride, yeah, I like the ride too. Maybe it's a bit loud, but what happens if we open the filter on these chords? Oh my goodness. Let's try that. Too much. Okay, let's back it up and get me one more feel for it. Wow, this part's loud, hey, compared to the new part. I'm gonna have to figure that out. If I extract these to the chord track, if it'll get them right. That one's right. Kind of. Oh, I see. I need this thing to not be 0. I like it. I like it, but I'm going to switch it up for now. Don't particularly feel like continuing on with it at the moment. So let's see what we can find. If we go close and open. Let's see. Live stream, is it in here? Speed run number 1. I want to say that's the one that we did. Oh, hopefully this works. This was done on my Mac before I moved over to PC. If it doesn't work, we're just going to have to go back to the other song. I should have fixed it. It should be set up correctly, but let's just pray. You guys do Halloween where you are? We just had Halloween last night. I don't know how much of a worldwide phenomenon that is. I know not everywhere in the world does it, that's for sure. But yeah, fireworks and scared animals. Tonal balance control, yeah. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Hey. Let's see if the mix works, if everything is balanced correctly. This track might be loud compared to the other one. I'm going to have it turned down a little bit first, and you let me know how the volume is for you. So let's bring this down. It's true. Is this, yeah, you let me know how the volume is. This one's like kind of mastered already, so. That's an interesting idea, Neil. I've never tried that. Thomas, hello, welcome. Thanks. But yeah, Neil, I should try that. Samples and then forcing them to follow a chord track. It never even occurred to me. This song is like an exercise in simplicity for me. Usually by this point I've had like 10 different sections and 3 key changes and that sort of thing, so I'm trying to make like an actual chill track that you could actually put on and not have to like pay full attention to. I like where it's going. Maybe an album one day. This one's like almost finished. Just needed to. I don't even know what I need. That's true. I think all it needs is a solo right here. Yeah. I dig it. I really dig that outro groove. Outro. Do you know that outro is not a word? Every time I spell that when I'm writing something, it's like, that's not a word, Max. It is to me. Yeah, we can check out a couple things here. Some interesting stuff. This is, the guitar is in harmonized. Can you believe it? I wrote a harmony part. So there's some chords changing under there, even though the little harmonized guitar part wouldn't tip you off to it. The bass line's pretty funky, I think. Too much reverb though, I think. Tim, hello, welcome. I feel like it's a little bit drenched. I'm overcompensating. I'm also in headphones, so it's harder to tell, but perhaps a bit drier. Especially the snare, the reverb is actually like massive. Echoes of simplicity. Yeah, and the other track, Pim, you weren't here. We were working on the other track from the previous weeks. And then now we're on to this one. Maybe it's the room actually that's like, needs to come down a bit. Let's hear. Yeah, it's still pretty sloshy, but earlier in the track, it kind of works, maybe? More room for the reverb here. I do play bass, Neil, yeah. On this track, I actually played a physical bass, which is pretty rare for me, but at the time I was making it, I was super stoked on bass. I was in a period of excessive bass playing. I have a, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but this is a 5-string Warwick. And it was given to me, believe it or not. It was an extremely serendipitous situation. And so I'm a big fan of gospel music, like gospel church bands and stuff from the States, playing all their super funky stuff. And yeah, so when I play bass, normally that's what I play, and that's what I was thinking about in this track. My playing technique is very poor, and I wish I could play more tightly, but I can still get the ideas across. But maybe you can send me a sample one day. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd love it too. Now I'm on to the next one. That's the way. We'll see. I would like to try to play it again. I was just thinking about it the other day. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with what's going on in this song. I think it's really just a solo and then probably a guitar solo, because I almost never put guitar solos in songs. And that reminds me, I wonder if I could show you guys this. This would actually be hilarious if I could find this. You just chill out with this music for a second, and I'm just gonna look for something. Record all the soloing. Yes, that's actually a good idea. I'm trying to find this song. I was thinking about guitar solos because years and years ago now, I was working with a few friends of mine. We had the goal at that time of writing music to sell it, basically, to sell songs to singers and whatever. That's not something I'm that interested in doing anymore, but at the time that's what was going on. And we had a sort of mentor at the time, and he told us to write a country song as practice. And so we did, and we wrote and recorded a country song. I mean, country, we're not actually country, so it's a bastardized version. And I played a little kind of country solo on there, and I always really liked the solo. And it would be, I think, pretty funny for you guys to listen to that. It's from, like, honestly, 2008, 2009, maybe. I'm just trying to remember the name of it now. Sweetie, I don't know if you know it. I don't think that have you even heard that song, the country song? Where's Demi when you need him? Sorry, guys, give me 1 sec. Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't know that it's going to come to me, sadly. That would be so cool to be so cool. I'm not sure it'd be cool, but it would be kind of fun to listen to. If only I knew where it was. If only I knew where it was. So cool. So cool, bro. Gosh. I really hope I didn't get rid of it or something. That would be so sad. Here's a beat from we were just listening to this, came on the car, Megan and I were driving the other day, and she's like, hey, you should maybe remake this. Wait, maybe it's actually good already. It's called Gear City. Sorry if this is loud. Watch your headphones or speakers for a sec. This is from 2008. Oh my god, it's so loud. Sorry. Hey, I found it. Sick. Sitting on bangers. That's hilarious. I have so much music, man. It is ridiculous. Literally hundreds of beats on my hard drive that have never been released anywhere, that maybe one day. I always thought I should have just released a thing on SoundCloud of my favorite old beats, just in case anyone would ever want to know where I came from in terms of my music making, but this is, yeah, back in the day. Megan just needs to write something to this track, right? Megan's an amazing singer, if you guys don't know, actually amazing. And here it is. No pressure. Okay, but let's, excellent. Megan needs to lace that. That's great. You got the lingo, man. I dig it. Okay, here's the thing. Haven't Found It. Haven't Found It is the name of the country song. So, yeah, prepare yourselves. Oh, the nostalgia. Not for you guys, but for me.
Staring at this old guitar case, we've been through hell, writing songs straight out of heartbreak. I know so well. Where have the days gone? I don't care. I don't care. Lost in my memory. What did it mean to me? Just let go. As time is taken away from me, wonder what's left to see. Well,
no kidding.
I still ain't found it yet.
Sounding so good way back then.
Looking back at all the good days, no time to kill. Feeling old at such a young age. I'd ride until the sun stopped shining. Didn't care.
You know those sick guitar licks, bro? Come on now.
I didn't care. still ain't found it yet. See them come and they go, but what do they know? They know how to let go.
Hitmakers. Yeah. Rough guitar tone. But I actually dig this solo.
In my memory, what did it mean to me? Just let go.
Really sounds
As time is taken away from me, wonder what's left to see. Oh,
that's my 2008 mixing
love is
skills.
lost in my memory. What did it mean to me? Just let go. As time is taken away from me, wonder what's left to see. Well, I still ain't found it yet.
Thank you all for indulging me in my little nostalgia trip here. I know you came to learn or check out some music production, but hey.
I still ain't found it yet.
Wow, that was fun. Okay. These guitars have too much reverb for sure. Where are you guys? Thanks, Pim. Hey, that would be sick. Actually, a sax solo. I tried picking up the sax. I played sax for a year and a half in high school, and then the last like 3 or 4 years, I kept hearing. Every time I would hear a sound, a certain sound on a recording, I'd be like, "What is that?" It was a soprano sax, and when a soprano sax is played like really well, it just blows my mind. And so I said, I gotta learn it. So I actually rented one. Yeah, pick the hardest kind. I rented one, hardly practiced, gave up. That's where the story ends. But I did try. I wish I could play, or even just knew someone who could play that sax really well, because, I mean, I like the sound of all saxophones, of course, they're amazing, but like something about the soprano sax, when it's played in a tasteful way, it's just like so emotive and vocal-like. I really dig it. I'm sure there's some kind of VST I can get where I can fulfill my fantasy. I wouldn't say gave up, just a money bleed to keep renting. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hardly was practicing, even though the desire was there. It was just not really happening, and I had so much other stuff to do, as I always do, so I was like, whatever. You can only devote your time to so many things. I wonder why I have two bass Kenny G style. Not that style, but in more like a traditional jazz context, I would say, is usually where I'm hearing it. I'm not sure why I have two bass layers. Let's just see what that is. There's one. Oh, I got the... Well, Well, you know, I think you know Sean Crabbe. Pat Metheny is one of my idols, right? So I can't be in love with Kenny G. That's a no-no. That's a oxymoron. There's some other instrument in here that I'm... Oh, it's these. Oh, that's where the reverb's coming from. These things have mad reverb on them. Sounds like a horn section almost, eh? Wonder if we can just like tame this reverb a bit. What happens if we just turn it off? It's gonna sound stupid. Way cleaner though. Yeah, it's just massive. So let's just make a little macro. Hey, I've got a knob here called HL Drifter. Anyone get the reference besides Megan? That's a lovely bass, by the way. Just realized I had paused the stream and I was commenting being 5 minutes behind. You play bass well, right in the pop. It's been a great stream today. Thanks again. Ah, that's great to hear. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, actually, I got to stop doing that. I have like allowed on the YouTube streaming settings that there's like a DVR function where you can like go back and yeah, see what you missed, but also it ends up being that a lot of people get lagged behind. So if I just turn that feature off, then no one can be behind, and I don't know that anyone's going to be any sadder about it. Yeah, both are good, verb or clean. I'm going to try just putting down the reverb size a little bit and then see what happens there. The thing that you missed was I have a knob here called HL Drifter. It's the HL Drifter knob. So this might be a bit cleaner. I use addictive drums too. They have sales pretty regularly, so if you are looking to pick one up, I would recommend waiting for that. Oh, sorry, you said for non-acoustic drums. Sorry about that. I use Battery 4 by Native Instruments. Been using it for years and years and years, and I've tried a whole bunch of different instruments to replace it, but I've never found anything that I like as much as that. This intro could use some work too. It's decent. Also, that lick happens too often. I need a second version of it, I think, so we don't hear it every time. It's a sick little thing, but I need something else. I like that sound too, it's great. I like the name God Ray. That's what I should call it. I use Battery because of its versatility. You can load up so many pads. Every pad has volume envelope, pitch, velocity. It has its own effects section with compressors and EQs and saturator, modulation. So much stuff on every pad individually. A bunch of separate outputs. You can route everything separately. It's actually amazing. I've not found anything that surpasses it. I'm just hoping to come out with Battery 5 at some point. Why? Battery 4 works perfectly. I'm just a plug-in junkie, so if a new one comes out, I want it. Even if it doesn't come out, I still want it. This little thing here was my solution to stretching this material a little bit, and it's not something I normally do, where I just took the... yeah, I think a lot of people are plugin junkies. If I just get the next plugin, my music's gonna be so much better. To stretch the material a bit, I kind of just kept everything the same, but filtered it and processed it and panned things and whatever. I hear some guys in this genre doing that, and I kind of like it. A little underwater or something vibe for a bit, and it kind of moves around a bit. I don't have to write any new parts, and you kind of get more for your money. Sounds a bit too loud. Battery is part of Complete. I actually have it as a separate plugin, but it is part of Complete, I believe, too. Just got battery, trying to figure out how to best use this one. I really like the add controllers. Yeah, maybe I'll do a tutorial on battery at some point. I know it very, very well, so I could do a whole thing on it. Impact XT is a free version, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great way to get started. It doesn't have the same functionality, of course, in a lot of different ways, but it's absolutely viable for getting electronic drums or just non-acoustic or sample-based whatever. That's a great idea, Pim. Well, Pim, do you know anything about drumming? Have you ever studied like the basics of drumming and hi-hats, kicks and snares and that sort of stuff? Maybe you know about all the patterns and stuff? What part of it are you struggling with? The programming part or the the programming part or the drum sound selection or mixing, or what is it? More of getting the right sounds, yes. Well, that's a lifelong pursuit, right? It's just the refining of one's ear for choosing sounds, but also having a good selection of samples to begin with is really important. Of course, they have a lot of, you probably know, they have a lot of sounds that come with this, right? If you go into loops and you just search one shot, then you get all the one-shot samples, and then you can search snare, one-shot kick, one-shot hi-hat. There's a lot of samples in here that are highly usable for sure. They have pre-built kits inside of Impact as well that you can use, like presets, so that's also fine. But building up your own sample library is also a really good idea. There's lots of ways to do that. There's free resources online. You can search for free drum samples. You can also go on Splice and download a whole bunch of stuff with a couple months of subscription there. Both options are great. Or maybe you know a friend who produces and has a lot of drum samples they can give you. I don't know. But yeah, drum sound selection, that's a video I need to do one day. Wow. That makes all the difference. So much of the difference between quote-unquote amateur sounding productions and pro sounding productions is on sample selection, really. There's knowing how to discern between a good and a bad sample is not something that just comes like super easily to most people. I didn't have an easy time with it in the beginning. I thought I was choosing good sounds because that's all I knew how to do. Is I could only follow my ear, right? But then years later, I'd listen back and be like, what was I doing? These are all garbage. And I didn't even know how to think of them at the time, right? So maybe a video on that would be nice. All the samples with battery, I'm even more overwhelmed. Yeah, battery's got a lot of samples too, for sure. They got pre-built kits in there too, which is kind of fun to work with as well. I actually don't use any of the built-in battery sounds anymore. I just use my own library that I've collected over the years, but it also has tons of stuff that's usable. A lot of samples can be shaped too, right? Even if the sample is not so great to begin with, if you know how to mix a little bit, or if you know what you're going for, then you can shape bad samples into good ones. I thought about doing a video on making the most of stock instruments, like taking, building a whole new song, maybe on a stream, building a whole new song using only stock sounds from Studio One and making a kind of pro sounding recording using that. I did kind of do that as the very first thing in the Lydian Learning, you guys don't know about that name, as in the Studio One course on my YouTube channel. In the first few videos, I have a song called Twilight Waters, and that one is done all with stock sounds, actually. But I would like to try one where I use a lot more of the stock sounds and a lot more of the acoustic stock sounds would be interesting as a way of like, how can you get the most out of the least? Because it's possible. If you have some good mixing technique and you have a good ear for EQ and how to manipulate some of the instruments, you can make it work pretty well. Yeah. Next goes for sounds in general. There's so much to choose from. Man, tell me about it. It's endless. Sounds fun. Great. Okay. You're the best teacher. The way you explain things is so easy to digest. Wow, that's so nice to hear, Bill. Thank you. I think I've just had a lot of practice at it is all. I've been teaching things since I was very young. I don't know why. It was just always what happened. Whenever we would like learn something new in my friend group, like we would get into yo-yos or we would get into skateboarding or I don't know, anything. I always would be the one who would learn it first for some reason and then teach everyone else how to do it. So I think I just had a lot of practice and then found that I liked it. I started teaching when I was 15. I'm 31 now. I started teaching professionally when I was 15, you know, for money as a guitar teacher when I was 15. So it's just been a long time. He's even good at explaining hard video game moves as well. I feel like busting the guitar out and attempting a badly played solo over the last part. I think you're right though, Max. Solo worked there well. Yeah, that's a great idea. Hey, I should do that sometime. Hey, just like take maybe this chunk, export it and post it in my Discord or something like that, and everyone can just like, we can have a little solo contest. Not a contest, it's a contest. Show me your skills. A little solo jam thing, and then we could all like yeah, just listen to each other do it. That'd be actually pretty cool. If you guys aren't in the Discord, you should check it out. I should make a video on the Discord thing. I really like it. I like the idea of it, the Discord. It's kind of like a mix between a chat and a Facebook group and a Reddit and a something or other. It's hard to really describe. But yeah, I would like to get it going. And thanks to anybody who's in there already helping me out with that. I'm not the best at maintaining a constant post stream. I'm not the best at maintaining a constant post stream with anything. But I'm trying to do the YouTube thing a bit more. The Instagram thing is just not happening. How many times, Megan knows how many times I've said, this week I'm going to try to post on Instagram once a day or something like that. And it never happens. If you go to my Instagram, there's like one post a month, maybe. But so many people add me on there. I don't know. I guess it's just the way people like to communicate these days. I'll be your mod once you need one, if that's a thing on Discord. It definitely is. When you see the big servers, wow, they need mods. No, it can't be on top of all the apps. And this is the thing I like the most. I do like making the YouTube thing. I like streaming quite a bit. These are my favorites to work with, especially the streaming. I love being with all you guys and chatting about it as we work on some music. I think I'll probably end the stream here pretty shortly. Maybe I will try to get this solo done in the next week or two. I don't know. I say that about so many things. Remember that house track I started? It's still in the same state that it was before. This track has never gotten finished. I have such I don't know, it's a bad habit of not finishing songs. I think that's not the part of it that's fun to me, right? Is like the releasing and the finishing and all that stuff. I yeah, my guitar's not set up right now, unfortunately. Maybe next time. Okay, maybe next stream I'll do a solo. We'll see. Yeah, the finishing thing. If I really want to, it happens most of the time, though. I just don't have the motivation. Geez, does Megan ever know? We have a song right now that's like 99% done that I just like haven't finished because it's just this nitty-gritty mixing stuff to do, and I'm actually not a fan of mixing, so it just gets postponed, and then I get busy with other things. And you guys are going to like the song, though. It's actually really nice, and Megan sings on it, and I can't wait for you all to hear it, so please stay tuned for that. Now that I've told you, maybe I'll actually get it done. She asked me so politely every once in a while, hey, baby, could we please maybe work on that song a bit? Yes, definitely. And then I just get caught up with other things. It's just always the case. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so before we go, why don't we just listen to some kind of old beat here to send you guys off, since we started on that train today. It was kind of fun to do. Let's just see what we can find. Yeah, exactly. I feel the same, Karsten. I love the experimenting and learning and just trying things and whatever, and then it's like, oh, I gotta finish this. All this nitty gritty, and by the end, you just hate the song. I mean, I usually hate the song by the time I get to the end of it. It's full of verses never developed. Yeah, tell me about it. Let me just look at this. This isn't even probably half of what I've got. I've not organized a lot of it, but like, so I've got all these. They're pretty recent. I've got these, which is from a number of years ago. I've got these, that's from even a few years before that. Then all my new music is not even in here. I've got music I've done for work in here. So much stuff, so much music. It's just ridiculous. And you go to my channel and you're like, does this guy even make music? He doesn't have any songs on here. He's got no songs on Spotify, no songs on YouTube. But oh, I got songs, man. They're just not posted anywhere. Okay. What would be... That's how you get to BMX. Yeah. Let's see what would be of interest here. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Just make a lot of music. Releasing it, that's secondary to me. If you just make a lot of music, you just get good at it. I mean, that's like anything, right? You just do it a lot and you get good at it. Do it a lot, do it a lot, do it a lot, do it a lot. If you guys see a name that you want to play, I don't even know if you can read this on your screens, but let's just see here. This was a cool song that Megan really loved. I never finished it. It's called Indiglo. It's like a kind of dubsteppy song from way back in the day. I don't know if it's going to hold up now, if it's going to be cool anymore. Legaxi, yeah, I'll try that one too. And I had like a drum and bass bit on the end of it too. I don't know if this bounce has that or not. Please prepare yourselves in your speaker volumes, because these songs are probably mastered to some degree and they might be a little bit loud. Maybe not this one. Yeah, I haven't heard this song in years either. Wobble wobble. Yeah, that'd be great. I don't think I can actually go back to this session anymore. I think it's gone. As in, like, I made it on a DAW that I no longer have, and I would have to either remake it, or I'm not quite sure. I have to look into it. That's what happens with software, you know, it just moves on and old versions don't work, and it's unfortunate. part's pretty trippy. Hey, I kind of like this thing. Yeah, I see myself sticking with Studio One for sure. I love it. There's nothing about it that I need to change, really. Yeah, if you can do something without needing the original session, that would be amazing. I think that this is where we get into like the crazy drum and bass thing that doesn't quite fit the track, but... pretty hyped though. Is there a feature in S1 doesn't have you'd like to see implemented? Yeah, there's a few things, just small little things that, coming from Digital Performer, which was my previous main DAW, like in Cubase, the MIDI editing capabilities are so advanced in those DAWs. They can do so much customizable stuff, and especially in terms of humanization, so many parameters, so many little things that are, you can kind of do them now, but it just takes more time. Those DAWs have been around a very long time and are geared, well, at least Digital Performer has always been geared towards composers in terms of like film and TV composers and stuff, and so they have to work with virtual instruments in a much more in-depth way and program things much more realistically. And so they've developed very in-depth MIDI tools for that. And I think that Studio One has been more focused on audio in terms of the way it deals with everything and the features that get implemented, which is fine, that's great. I'm, of course, MIDI heavy in my work, so I miss that a little bit, but... Yeah, Reason, that's a big switch. I moved from Reason 2, actually. I started on Reason. That's the first DAW I ever had. And actually, it was not nearly as fully featured as it is now. You couldn't do audio in it at the time. It was just MIDI. But I always loved Reason, the all-in-one rack thing with the wires and like connecting things. I thought that was just awesome. Okay, I'll play just one more tune, and then we're going to sign off. This one's got some vocals. I just see it sitting here. So you're going to do the Legaxi thing, but actually this one's got Dimmy on it, and I kind of want to hear Dimmy sing for a second. No, not this one. This one. This one's loud, wow.
Days breaking so sweet in June, hoping I'll see you soon. Everywhere you say you got me falling for you. Just a kiss on my lips from you shows me your love is true. Every night you got me going out.
I don't know much about FL, honestly. I've had a few students been using it before, but it never caught me so much. I don't know why.
Heaven knows that you are mine. Your touch till the end of time. Babe, I want your body, put your hands in mine.
Yeah, I get that impression too, Neil.
Heaven knows you're mine. Heaven knows you're mine. Every time that I make a move, feels like you feel.
I always like the harmonies in this song as well. I think that's why I go back and listen to it every once in a while, just to hear the harmonies.
Can you feel me, girl? Can you feel me, girl?
Dimmy is a good friend of mine. He's singing on this track, and he does this for work, writing pop songs with a team in LA. And this is way back in the day when we first had the idea of doing it.
Heaven knows that you are mine. Your touch till the end of time. Babe, I want your body, put your hands in mine.
tried Reason and I hated it so much. I think it was before they allowed third-party VSTs. Yeah, if you're used to other DAWs and then you were to switch to Reason, you'd be like, what is this? This is like some kind of closed system, and that's exactly what it was. For many years, it was its own thing. And then you would like rewire Reason into another DAW. So you'd have Reason running, doing a whole bunch of stuff, being wired into like Pro Tools or something like that. And a lot of people did that back in the day because maybe Pro Tools is not great when it comes to MIDI. I mean, I got out of Pro Tools as fast as I could. They taught it to me in school, in audio engineering school, because that's what the pros use. It's been around so long, but also it's like not, I don't like it at all, put it that way. So people would rewire Reason into it as a way to use MIDI in a nicer fashion, let's say. Yeah. Well, it's been great, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I always like hanging out with all of you and chatting about stuff. I'm going to be streaming on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And that's Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know if it's now PDT, Pacific Daylight Time. I don't know all those distinctions. It's in like a different thing now. But anyway, yeah, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday. That's going to continue on the game music stream that I've been doing there. And then next Sunday, I'll be here, 10 a.m., same as 10 a.m. Pacific time, same as today, doing this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully get a new video out this week on something. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be yet, but I'd like to get something out there for everybody. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, if that's your bedtime now, or if you're just getting going like me. It's been really nice to see you all, to be with you all, as always. So thank you for your support. Once again, I've got a course, Musical Warp Drive. If you're new and you don't know about it, the link is in the description of this video. And also, you can always join me and other people here on the Discord and come chat with us. I'd love to chat with all of you there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And I have to remember, I have to like wait for a second before I push off, or else my voice gets cut off. So we're just gonna like stare at the camera. Howry Poon, hello. You just caught the very end, or maybe you were here lurking the whole time. I don't know. But welcome and goodbye. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.